guess this was going to come sooner or later. I'm going to give my professional and personal opinion about Kristi Noem. So, she is a bitch, but she's also a Republican candidate. She actually, not candidate, she is supposed to be in charge of the Homeland Security and ICE. She's been doing a stellar job, by the way. And sooner or later, everybody that has, I don't know, came into this country in the last 10 years is going to end up like our dog, Cricket. So, we're going to talk about that story. Every time I read it, it really pisses me off, so I have been putting it off for a while. I thought I'd talk about it today. So, apparently, Kristi Noem had a dog named Cricket, and she was training. I use that term really loosely when I'm talking about her because I don't know what her training skill is, what if she has any experience training dogs or not. Just having one isn't enough to call yourself a trainer, by the way. You're going to have to be effective and humane, and apparently we know she's not humane. But she wrote in a book a while back, pretty much describing the entire gruesome detail of what she did to her dog Cricket and an unnamed goat named, I guess it's the point of the unnamed goat. I named the goat Bill because I don't like when an animal doesn't have a name. So I just named him Bill. But I'm going to read this information directly from the Guardian. Okay. So it says here that Cricket was a wire hair pointer, about 14 months old. Now that's important to note because 14 months old, that is actually still adolescent. And if you've ever had an adolescent dog, it's a blessing and a curse, right? There's going to be days when they really test your patience, and other days that they are just, oh my God, you just love them, right? But that's when I got that little angel in there. She's such an angel. Her name is Missy Mayhem. She's not that much mayhem anymore. You know, she's a delightful dog. I love her so much. Jesus Christ. I often wonder if I hadn't taken her, what her outcome would have been. Probably not good since she had already been brought back sometimes. Anyways, so 14 months, very important to remember. And I don't know, she may have done some typical basic obedience training, but I don't remember if she did. We're gonna find out. Anyways, so she is the South Dakota governor, or was, when she wrote the book, adding that the dog female had an aggressive personality. First off, there's no such thing. Stop trying to put labels on shit you don't understand. And needed to be trained to used for hunting pheasant, right? So a hunting dog. I'm already getting pissed. All right. What unfolds over the next few pages shows how that effort went very wrong indeed. And remarkably, how Cricket was not only domestic, the only domestic animal Noem chose to kill one day in hunting season. Noem's book, No Going Back. Hopefully you can go back to hell. I'm tired of fucking looking at you. Anyways, the truth on what's wrong with politics. We can all tell you what's wrong with politics is. And how we move America forward. Back to hell. Not forward, but back to hell. Will be published in the U.S. next month. Okay, so this is actually over a year old, this article, so it might be talking about shit that already happened. Okay, so like other. Okay, we're just gonna skip this nonsensical shit. We, we would be skipping the entire thing, but we're not gonna do that. So, okay. She includes her story about ill-fated Cricket to illustrate her willingness in politics as well as in South Dakota life. I guess y'all just kill for no goddamn reason. Is that it? Is that what she's trying to say? To do anything difficult and messy and ugly if it simply needs to be done. First of all, I can tell you that it needs to be done. But we all see what a stellar job she's doing. Like I said, before, Trump's term is up, but before he dies, whichever one happens first, it's, she's gonna. We already have like a record of people dying in ICE custody as it is right now. Like, she's living up to this difficult, messy, and ugly bullshit. Alright, so by taking Cricket on a pheasant hunt with other dogs, are these her dogs? Jesus Christ. Take her fucking dog. Oh, shit! Okay. She hoped to calm the young dog down by taking him to hunt. I don't want to buy this book. And read it. Like, I don't want to do that. So, I have more questions than answers at this point. Okay, so, to calm the dog down and begin to teach her how to behave. How is she doing that exactly? See, when someone is an abuser because they are very vague. They don't say, I was holding her down, or I was kicking her, or I was using a fucking choke chain. No, they never fucking say what their methods were. Unfortunately, Cricket ruined the hunt, going out of her mind with excitement, chasing all those birds and having the time of her life. Sounds like a fucking aggressive personality, don't it? Fuck. No, it sounds like a fucking adolescent dog is what it sounds like. That, again, y'all motherfuckers don't know what you're looking at, and you think that this behavior is abnormal? It is normal. And why the fuck did this bitch think that calming her down? Yeah, who gets calmed down by going to kill shit? I don't understand her. I don't get it. There's something wrong with her. So, okay, we're just gonna keep going. Already she's fucked in the head. Noem describes calling Cricket. Okay, did you just call her Cricket? Did you say come? What happened? Then using an electric. I forgot about that. An electric collar to attempt to bring her under control. How'd that work out for you? Let's stimulate an already very stimulated dog. Yes. More than likely, she just fucking was pressing buttons. She wasn't actually. Oh my god. I can't. I am doing DBT, and that's dialectical behavioral therapy. I would recommend everybody do it. You don't have to have a personality disorder to fucking do it, I'll tell you that. But I'm going to be doing this throughout the reading of this horror story. So I'm going to rest real quick. Fuck. Nothing worked. You don't say. Then on the way home after the hunt, as Noem stopped to talk to a local family, because that was a good idea. The dog needs to be taken home. Okay? If you're losing your patience, you need to just leave the situation. Okay. And somehow Cricket escaped Noem's truck. Somehow. We don't know how to get out of the truck. We don't know if she was in a seat, if she was strapped, if she was just loose. I guess she was a loose cannon. It's really smart right there. Oh, this is so tough. This is so tough. And attack the family's chickens. Aren't those birds? Ain't that what you're just trying to teach her to do? So do you have like a word like to tell her? Oh my God. This bit, I have a strong idea here. I don't think she knows what she's doing. So fuck. Grabbing one chicken at a time, crunching it to death with one bite, then dropping it to attack another. Duh. I feel a lot like Cricket sometimes, you know. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. No matter what you do, if you do what she wants you to do and you grab the fucking birds, you know. She wasn't specific on which birds. She wasn't specific on, hey, we're doing it now, and now we're not. You know, I've done a little research on bird dogs and just hunting dogs. And you have to have basic... You have to teach basic obedience skills to the dog. And they have to be proficient at it before you start training them this. I've also witnessed this firsthand. I didn't do the training, but I was observing it. And it's not difficult. It's actually really fun. I'm not a hunter. I'm a vegetarian, so I don't find the use for hunting dogs. But my father also did, not a fan of this either, but he used to take his dogs, I don't like to say this, but coon hunting. It was raccoons, but they call it coon hunting for some reason. He actually brought a baby raccoon home one day, and we named him Rocky. Yeah. So I have a soft spot for raccoons, too. But it's not complicated. Unfortunately, I think he may have actually used shock collars on them, but at some point I don't think he used it anymore because they got the hint, you know. She doesn't seem to know how to operate one, or she's not putting some type of training to go with it. I mean, they're not very helpful at all, those collars, but if you don't have any skills and you don't know what you're doing, I suppose that's what they would use instead of, again, skills. And patience. It doesn't say how long she'd actually been trying to train Cricket how to be a pheasant hunting dog. She doesn't say anything, really. She says a whole lot of bullshit. Oh, okay. I'm feeling sick. Noem describes calling Cricket, then using an electric collar to attempt to bring her under control. Of course, I've already read this. Cricket, the untrainable dog, there's no such thing. There's untrainable people, but not dogs. Noem writes, behaved like a... Either she's untrainable or she's trainable. Bitch, pick one. Pick one! You are untrainable. You are a fucking hag. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Okay. Whew. Okay. When Noem finally grabbed Cricket, she says, the dog whipped around and bit me. I'm sorry, that's what she should have said. Whipped around to bite me. Then as the chicken's owner wept, so she wasn't planning on killing those chickens, they were just laying eggs, I guess. That'd be the only reason to be upset when they die, or maybe the cost. They're losing money. These people don't sound like they value animal life, so that's why I'm wondering, what else they could be crying about. Oh, shit. Noem repeatedly apologized, wrote to the shocked family a check for the price they asked, and helped them dispose of the carcasses littering the scene of the crime. The scene of the crime, y'all. Oh my God, she is blowing this shit out. She is making this dog out to be a fucking villain. When she's the fucking villain. She is the stupid, irresponsible motherfucking bitch. Okay. I'm alright, y'all. I'm alright. Yeah. Please, just... I can't feel my feet. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. 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 Nobody should be upset with Cricket. They should be upset with you. You are the human being. You are the adult. You are supposed to be the responsible, smart one in this equation, and you're not. I suppose it was at least appropriate for you to pay for the chicken's deaths due to your dog, but you didn't take any responsibility, and you still don't seem to be taking any responsibility. You're making this dog out to be a fucking villain, and it's really pissing me off. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and keep going. Through it all, Noem says Cricket was the picture of perfect joy. That's because she's not actually a fucking assassin. She is a dog. Do you know what a dog is? Do you know anything about the behavior to expect during different developmental stages? Apparently, you and a lot of the fucking world don't. But if you don't, then you need to educate yourself. You need to become aware of that, because this should have been, I don't know, predictable, actually. I hated that dog. I hated that dog. I hated that dog. Really. What did the dog actually do that was wrong? Okay. I hated that dog. Noem writes, adding that Cricket had proved herself untrainable. Incorrect. Incorrect. You proved yourself that you're fucking untrainable. And that you're a fucking cunt! A murderer. You're a fucking murderer. Dangerous to anyone she came in contact with, and less than worthless as a hunting dog. The bitch said, less than worthless. She said, that's what she said. Okay. So, at that moment, I realized that I had to put her down. So she got her gun and then led Cricket, a 14-month-old dog, to a gravel pit. Cricket was probably still joyful because she didn't know that she was walking to her end. Unfortunately, she probably trusted this goddamn cunt. And since she was trainable, she followed this bitch to her death. And no, she didn't have to put her down. She could have simply said, you know what, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a danger. I need to go ahead and give this dog to someone who can actually respect her, love her, protect her. But no, that's not what she did. Like most abusers, it's always somebody else's fault. why they are substandard. It was not a pleasant job. It sounds like you got a hell of a lot out of it. Sure does. Sounds like you're a sick fucking bitch. This is psychotic behavior, actually. She is describing, not as in as much detail as I would like, but she is describing in enough detail to give us an idea that she has absolutely no remorse. She has absolutely no consideration for life besides her own. And she actually thinks that she's justifying it. She's justifying murdering a dog that had been only guilty of being a dog. I don't know how. You know what? Let's just keep going. Incredibly, Noem's tale of slaughter is not finished. Her family, she writes, also owned a male goat that was nasty and mean. He probably hated your ass like the rest of us. So I don't blame him there. I'm actually quite excited that he was nasty and mean to you. Excited is not the word, but I don't know, just nasty and mean, huh? Because it had not been castrated. What the fuck does that got to do with the price of tea in China? People keep trying to link this shit. And although there is some scientific evidence pointing to some things that people say, this is inaccurate. More than likely, you are just a bitch. And nobody likes you. That's why. That's why they're mean. They want you to get away from them. Fuck. I don't even know how your fucking kids put up with your sorry ass. Oh my God. And then she talks about how the goats smell disgusting, musty, rancid. Well, give him a fucking bath! What does he live in? The goddamn mud? Ha! Ha! And love to chase Noem's children, knocking them down and ruining their clothes. Well, first of all, why are they wearing good clothes if you work on a farm or a ranch? Why are they wearing good clothes out to see the goddamn goat? Like, why are y'all... Why do you exist? Fuck! God damn. Fucking... Just... Shit. Okay. Okay. Noem decided to kill the unnamed goat. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna call him Bill. I mean, we're not gonna kill him either, but we're not gonna, like, have him unnamed. His name is Bill. And she killed him the same way she did Cricket. So I'm assuming she took her shotgun and shot Cricket in the head. So Cricket's now gone. Cricket's now gone. Forever rest in peace. And Bill. Apparently, she didn't get him on the first shot. She dragged him to the gravel pit, but the goat jumped as she shot and therefore survived the wound. Noem says she went back to her truck, retrieved another shell, and then hurried back to make sure that she gunned him down. At that point, this psychotic fucking psycho writes that she realized the construction crew had watched the death of both of the animals. What'd she say? Oh, hey y'all, just over here fucking ruining a bunch of lives. Then she writes that the school bus showed up with her kids. Can we call CPS, please? Kennedy looked around confused. I'm assuming, yep, that's her daughter. And asked, where's Cricket? Okay, so on Friday, this already happened. Reaction to the news of Noem's description of killing her dog and her goat included satire that Barack Obama advisor turned podcaster Tommy Vieto, I'm not sure how to say the last name, calling the governor Jeffrey Dahmer with veneers. Still doesn't do it justice, does it? A reference to a famous serial killer and a recent scandal over Noem's cosmetic dentistry. I don't give a fuck about that bitch's mouth. But most responses, particularly from dog lovers and people who hunt with dogs, simply express disgust. That's being very generous. I'm not sure who Rick Wilson is, but it says Rick Wilson of the anti-Trump Lincoln Project called Noem deliberately cruel and trash. She is trash. She's definitely trash. Still, I feel like that is being too generous. Like, it's not a bad enough word to describe this decay of human flesh. I don't know. Like, where's the brain? Where's the brain? Where's the heart? You know? Oh shit. Woo! Okay. Anyone who has ever owned a bird dog knows how disgusting, lazy, and evil this is. Damn. Yeah. Again, I just, I can't read anymore. I just can't. I can't do any more of this. I mean, do I have to say anything else? She sounds very proud of herself. She sounds like a fucking psychopath. And we know she likes to dress up for jobs that she is not qualified for or has done any training. And I'm assuming she's probably dressed up as a trainer when she was out with fucking Cricket. So this bitch just needs some life lessons. She needs somebody to whoop her ass one good time. And I'm telling you right now, I volunteer. I'm gonna end it there. She doesn't deserve any more of my time, but I do want to take just a moment to take a moment of silence for Cricket and Bill. And if you have pets, farm animals, exotics, whatever your thing is, could you just sit quietly and think of how to, think of some vows to make to your pets? I already have a list of mine. Like I vow to protect you. I vow to be patient. I vow to be kind. Things like that. And say those to yourself every day. And tell your dog or your cat, or again, whatever you're into. Just remember that they're complex organisms. They live, they breathe, they have feelings of fear and confusion, overstimulation. And in this case, this was a dog that was normal with a human who was not. And it's sad because it was so preventable. I honestly think we should campaign to have Kristi Noem banned from owning another creature. I don't give a fuck if it's a plant. She doesn't need to have it. She has shown that she's fucking clueless. She's got nothing going on up here. She's got nothing going on here. She's just a fucking zombie. And that's not even saying enough about this trash of a person. You know, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to tell you what I would do to her. Let's not do that. All right. I have one hell of a dark imagination, let me tell you. You don't want to hear the shit I come up with. Okay. Let's go ahead and give that moment of silence. I'm okay. I mean, I'm not, but I'm okay. Thank you for checking on me. Okay. This is Chloe. She's my middle child. And my emotional support. She gave herself that title. She started doing this when she hears me cry, or I get angry and I get real loud, or I'm really anxious or something. She knows, and she comes and she comforts me. Even if I'm throwing shit. If, I don't know if I said anything about that in this video, but I'm diagnosed bipolar 2 and borderline personality disorder, so sometimes I get nutty. I never got like that. Like, I was never a psychopath, but I do have a personality disorder, and sometimes my behavior becomes a little erratic. Sometimes when I'm in a manic episode due to the bipolar 2 as well, sometimes that happens, but I don't get violent. But I do get loud, and Missy gets a little scared sometimes and will hide under the bed. And then I readjust my behavior because I don't want them to be afraid of me. So it's okay to have issues and have pets, but it's not okay to put their lives in danger because you're a fucking cunt. You know? Like, that's not okay. That's never okay. And you... I'm just kind of speechless. I'm done. I'm done. So, I'm gonna have to go. But, I appreciate you listening to my expert opinion and personal opinions on this superb, stellar fucking human being, Kristi Noem, and her. You know what? Just fuck her. Fuck her. We're not giving her any goddamn credit. Fuck her. And I'll tell her to her face, I don't give a fuck. Fuck her. Psychotic. I'm okay. Don't get worried. I'm not getting worked up. Alright? Okay, I'm fine. We're all fine. We're fine here. Okay. We're fine here, right? We're good. Talk to you later.